What are my views on the response to the Sotomayor video posted yesterday by dhealthstore.com? So great question, a great question, because there's so much to say, there's so much to share about the responses, the comments left in response to a video posted predicated upon inquiries. Certain people out there who want to know my opinion or opinions about certain individuals, including the likes of a Sotomayor. And I expressed it. I'm bold enough to express anything under the sun. I don't care. There's nothing that I can't talk about. That's one of the ways I got free in life so fast. Dealing with truth. And the first truth that I had to deal with was the ugly truth about myself. And I will admit it don't feel good. Now, for creatures of denial, whom are mostly females, I understand that denial. It doesn't feel good. But at the same time, denial is not a solution. It's not. You have to deal with the ugly truth about yourself. And you got to get out of victim consciousness. Always having a reason why something is the way it is pertaining to yourself. His fault. That's my dad. My dad left my mama. I trusted men. I lost my car because I trusted men. I loved him and I trusted him and I gave him my money and he left me. And that's why I ain't got nothing today, you know. Or I had 3 abortions because I trusted men. I let them ejaculate in me and they left me. Them. There's always somebody else. My mama. My dad who went on the scene, you know, my boyfriends, the next door neighbor. It's always somebody. You're not going to get free. You're not going to get free. You're not. At some point, you're going to have to take personal responsibility, and that's across the board. Males and females, whites, blacks, Asian, Hispanics, everybody that makes up the human family. You're going to have to take personal responsibility and accountability in order to get free. If not, you will stay a member of the masses. And in the word masses is the word asses, a bunch of fools. You will stay there. You got to have a knowledge out of this world to get free. You have to. You must acquire right knowledge, and then you must apply that knowledge. You must always see yourself, the role you play in a drama. See, all drama is not bad. There's skillful drama and unskillful drama. We have the mask of life. One side is a happy face, the other side or half is a sad face. That's life, duality, polarity. And people don't understand that. So you have certain individuals, mostly females, black females, and they say Djehuty is negative, Djehuty is negative. No, Djehuty is smart. Why the hell are you here on my damn page? I'm doing stuff that most people cannot do because, first of all, they have nothing to say. Number 2, they will put people to sleep because they are boring. They're boring. They have no heart. They're spineless. They care about what other people say. I don't give a rat's behind about what people say or think about me. How other people think and feel about me is none of my business. And I show you that. And that's why I keep it moving. You see the controversies and the dramas keep coming, but I keep it moving and grooving because I'm a mover and a shaker. I live on my own accord. And that's why many out there flock to this channel. Because deep down inside, they don't want to be me. They want to be like me. They want the freedom. They want the power. They want that passion behind life. They want to be a revolutionary. They want to be radical and rebellious, but they got so much to lose. It's too much to lose. They're worried about people liking them. That's slavery. You just like yourself. And then other people will begin to like you. It's that simple, people. It's that simple. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. I love it. But you gotta be who you are. That's why I always say be quintessentially yourself. But you can't be yourself if you don't know yourself. And most people don't. Now you got all these comments, and a lot of women are up in arms about Tommy. Tommy hates black women. Tommy hates this. Tommy hates that. I can understand that because I understand the female mind. I understand the female nature. It's emotional. Now, emotions in and of themselves are not bad. It's the imbalanced emotion, the diseased emotion. Emotions in and of themselves are not bad. We are emotional creatures by nature. But we're also logical creatures. But we're on a planet, a fourth ray zone planet, planet Earth. It's fourth ray when you understand occult or esoteric astrology. What does that mean, people? That means order or peace and harmony out of conflict or chaos. That's why we're always at war. Even if there's peace, those in positions of power, they will create war. That's the very nature of the planet on a certain level, an esoteric, energetic level. Harmony out of conflict. This is a conflict zone. Planet Earth is the only planet whereby there is division from God and man. And man is generic, includes females, males and females. This is the only planet where there is that division. So the pursuit of God is major here on this planet. We go in pursuit of that which is really in ourselves. But there is that division even pertaining to self. The higher self is cut off from the lower self. See, we live on a planet with those in positions of power. They will divide, they will separate and create a war. Just like what the Rothschilds did with the United States. When the Rothschilds didn't have any more countries to play against each other, they divided the United States, North and South, created a civil war, financed both sides, didn't care who won or lost. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the war, they were the winners. Because both sides had to pay up. The winners had to pay the Rothschilds, and the losers had to pay the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds were sinisterly brilliant. They pulled it off. With the participation of the public, of the populace. It never fails. It never fails. I was telling a young business associate of myself who's here visiting from Canada. And we were talking about government and corporations and how government and corporations do things to the people to enslave the people. And I said, let me tell you something, little brother. He's 17 too, by the way. Iranian, and he's 17, young cat. I said, man, you stop focusing on government and corporations because government and corporations don't do anything that the people don't allow them to do. If you see it happening, the people allow it. By being ignorant, lazy, unconscious, irresponsible, unaccountable. The people allow it, man. You can't fault government. You can't fault corporations. They do what people allow them to do. That's why one of my favorite movies is V for Vendetta. Now, when the people fear the government, you're in trouble. Because it's supposed to be the other way around, where government fear the people. But that's not the case today. Because no people on the planet have fallen asleep on their duty as citizens than the people of the corporate United States, formerly the United States of America. No people on the planet. This is the capital right here. The sleep zone. Because we're lazy. We don't take care of ourselves. You know, you go to the doctor. Hey, doc, What's wrong with me? You just met this man. You just met this woman. And you're going to ask a damn stranger what's wrong with you, and you live with yourself every day? What's wrong with me? That man don't know you. You're supposed to know what's wrong with you. But see, you're so out of touch. You're so out of tone with self. You have no clue. You're acting, doing things that affect you. But see, you're unconscious. And therefore you act unconsciously. And you end up a victim of your own state of unconsciousness and also ignorance. You, if the shoe fits. You don't know law. You go to the attorney who turns you over to the jurisdiction of the courts, which are nothing but military tribunals. Then you get a traffic ticket. And then you want to run to Ma'atra, the man you love to hate. But see, I ain't got no problems on planet Earth that I cannot solve myself. When do I ever pick up the phone and ask any human being for help? Don't have to, because I got it all right here. Yes, I'm into divination, the act or process of divining, divine energy. I can access it just like you. We all have that ability. The only difference is people like me know that we have the ability. Others, you believe in concocted gods and messiahs, Jesus Christ, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, alien gods. That's what you choose to believe in because you did not do your own research, and therefore you are a slave, and your very actions prove it. You are a slave. Anytime emotions rule over logic, you are a slave. You cannot run the world with emotions, logic. And the people who run this world, they use logic. They are master thinkers. Most of you can't even pick up the vehicle code of your state and decipher. You don't know what the hell it says. You can't pick up the code of civil procedure. You can't pick up the vehicle code. You can't pick up the penal code. You can't pick up no code and crack it. Can't do it. But you can quote lyrics, Drake, Nelly, Snoop Lion, DJ Quick. Oh, you can do that. But you can't crack the code of that which regulates you. You are regulated every which way but loose. Regulated. And it's all unconstitutional. But what do you know about anything being unconstitutional? You don't even know the United States Constitution. Hell, you don't even own a copy of it. That's like a Christian not owning a copy of the Bible. You're an American citizen and you don't even own a copy of the Constitution. And if you did, you wouldn't even understand it because you don't read. You watch BS on televised vision. People are a trip, man. Thank God I love doing what I do and being who I am. I can deal with it. Djehuty, how do you deal with it? Easy. Because I study people in general and I study black people in particular. Got them mastered. I'm going to unsubscribe from you. What's that going to do? You're going to unsubscribe. For everyone that's lost, 10 new ones come. So I don't trip. I'm not going to support you. Oh, wow, I'm going to go out of business. I'm in trouble now. Please. Please. It's bigger than you. That's why you watch me rather than me watch you. You are insignificant where you are in the world today. That's why you spend all your time on social media outlets. Commenting. I can afford to comment because I'm getting paid right now. I have my multiple streams of income or cash flow. So I can afford to hang out. I can afford to be on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter the whole day. You can't do it. Most of you can't do it. Because you are dependent on another entity or another person, another man for your livelihood, which is dangerous, especially in this day and age. And you're not doing anything to get free. You riding Tommy's coattail. You riding Tariq's coattail. Or any other individual that you got issues with. You trolling them. I don't like them. Well, why the hell are you following them if you don't like them? That's not smart. You got a college degree and you acting like that? You the mother and father of children and you acting like that in the public? The man is only expressing his opinions. It don't make it true. What I say, these are my opinions. It doesn't make a thing true. Well, Tommy said that light-skinned women are more beautiful than dark-skinned women. That's his opinion. Why does it bother you so much? Why? You got some issues there dealing with color that you need to deal with because this man is pushing buttons. What are my reviews about all these comments? Tommy Sotomayor has a lot of power over a lot of people, especially certain black females. A lot of power. That's a lot of power. That's a lot. That's a lot of power, man. That's a lot. I would humbly say to certain females out there who are disturbed by Tommy and others like him, if the shoe don't fit, why worry about it? The shoe size doesn't fit you. It doesn't apply to you. So why are you up in arms about what this man says? At some point, you guys are going to have to rise up and get it together here, or else you will stay a slave. And you know you a slave because you can't get away from IRS taxes and traffic tickets and parking tickets and child support. Everything that rules and governs you. You can't get away from it. Even if you play the game, you can't even play the game and win at it. You're not doing your homework. You're caught up on circus, entertainment, sports, which comes from the word disporting, to deflect attention away from. Away from what? From what? You figured out. You figured out. To deflect attention away from. Away from what? If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. I mean, you got a lot of people on the internet saying black men ain't nothing. I've been hearing that my whole life. At one point, it did affect me when I wasn't doing nothing, wasn't busy, wasn't creative, wasn't doing my high life purpose, living life idly. I was caught up into that stuff. Couldn't get enough of it because my life was missing passion. I had no passion. I wasn't creative. I wasn't creating. So I had all the time in the world to pick up on things that I claimed to dislike. Catching all the talk shows about the skinheads, Ku Klux Klan. Waiting to hear Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad go up against Klan members. Shahrazad Ali go up against certain people. Because that was the frequency that I was on. See, that's why I can relate to many people. So I don't trip on you because I understand where you're at. I was there too. 20-something years ago. So I don't knock you. It's part of your development. Some of you will stay there. Some of you will elevate and grow and move on. It's all good. It's all good. But I worked on myself. So when I hear black men ain't nothing, don't do nothing to me. I'm not in that category. I'm not of that ilk. I'm smart. I cultivated this. Man, if you want to offset something, just be or do the opposite. Black men are dead beats. So what do? You be the opposite. You be a live beat. You handle your business. Black men don't marry black women. What do? You marry your black woman. If you can sleep with her and impregnate her, then you should be able to marry her. Black men don't take care of their children. So what do? You take care of your children. You just do the opposite. That's all. Black men don't run nothing. So what do? You get up and you run something. And you may have to build that something to run it. But that's what you do. You run it. It's common sense, man. It's basic stuff. That's why I can't be around people. I was with my boys. I said, man, you got to get me back to Glendale. I cannot be in that public. I cannot be around the Bubis Americanos too long. I can't do it. I can't. I'll lose my freedom. I can't. And I make no apologies. And I don't feel sorry for anybody. Because this is America and we have certain freedoms. And I chose my freedom. I took my freedom to cultivate myself, to educate myself. And other people can do it too if they want to. Most people don't. So I don't feel sorry for people. I don't. You want to stay ignorant? Fine. Suffer the consequences. There's a cartoon movie called Pinocchio. Pinocchio goes through 3 trials in that awesome animated film. Now, Walt Disney may have been a racist, but Walt Disney, he knew a lot about symbolism. He knew about the occult. The man knew some things. And I don't let his racism get in the way of the knowledge and the certain insight that he had about humanity or human life or the inner workings or the inner dynamics of human beings. I don't let that get in the way. Same thing with Manly P. Hall and others. I'm bigger than that. Well, I ain't going to study them because they were racist. They didn't like black people. But they got knowledge. You can learn something from them. You leave the bad and you take the good and you apply the good. And get good in your life, man. Wisdom. The ability to think and understand, man. Or the ability to live life skillfully. That's what wisdom means. Wisdom. The ability to live life skillfully. When you're wise, you have the ability to think and understand and draw conclusions. When you're wise. But one of the trials of Pinocchio had to do with him going to school. He was supposed to go to school, but he was detracted and ended up on Treasure Island. Ferris wheels and all type of amusement rides. It was colorful, phantasmagorical. But there was a hidden motive of leading the children to Treasure Island, which was the name of this amusement park, if memory serves me correctly, about the Pinocchio movie. But the goal was to turn the little boys into donkeys, asses. And it was always under the banner of offering them something better than going to school or getting information or knowledge. Pinocchio ends up a captive under the guise of becoming an entertainer. Ends up on Treasure Island where they were converting the little boys into donkeys or asses, fools. And it was always Jiminy Cricket on the scene to save him. Now, I know most of you probably don't own the greatest dictionary on the scene today for those of us who speak the English language, which comes by way of the Anglo-Saxons who forced it on conquered people. Anytime you speak a certain language, if you go back far enough into the history, you find out in most cases that language was forced on the people. And that's what happened. The Anglo-Saxons conquered and gave the conquered people their language. But if you look up Jiminy Cricket in the Oxford Dictionary, and I have 2 of them over there, and there are 1.1 million words in the English language. Now, most little dictionaries you got only give you 30,000, some give you 100,000, some give you 200,000. They got an Oxford Dictionary out there to give you 500,000. And still they come up short because there are 1.1 million words in the English language. Now, I'm serious about words. I'm serious about names. I'm serious about words, titles, names, because I understand the matrix. So I made sure that I got my hands on the Oxford English Dictionary in order to find out the word history, the morphemes, and the etymology. I guess you could say word history and etymology being the same thing, because etymology is dealing with the origin of a word. Sometimes they call it word origins. But I got my hands on it. And I studied it. And one day, in just studying random words, because that's what you do. Many people call me, Djehuty, how do you study? How do you study law? How do you, man, I didn't pick up the phone and ask anybody how to study. You open up a book and you just begin to read, man. Everybody want to know what to read to. What should I read? What do I? Just read, man. Just be open to find good stuff that you can apply. And one day, in just randomly reading the Oxford Dictionary of the English Language, I stumbled upon Jiminy Cricket. And it meant Christ consciousness. And I said, man. And I got a whole bunch of shelves in here on a lot of subject matter. And one is symbolism. I have an awesome library of books on symbolism. I got a lot of books on Walt Disney's animated features and the metaphysical attributes of the characters in these films. And I said, man, this is deep. I discovered that Pinocchio was a wooden boy. He wasn't a real person. And that's us. We start off as materialistic creatures, but we're not real human beings until we go through some trials and tribulations. So you got a bunch of ignorant people. Djehuty like negativity, he like drama. I love life, and that's why I am where I am. I can handle stuff. I'm not trying to avoid anything. You just want it to be all positive. No. Astrology teach you that's weakness, baby. People with the toughest natal charts are the strongest individuals because they go through things, trials and tribulations. They don't shape character, they reveal character. You're born with character. You got to go through some things in order to reveal your character. You got to go through some things to find out what you're made of. You got to go through some things to be tested. Everybody out here getting knowledge, the so-called conscious people. Well, your knowledge is no good if you can't apply it, so trials and tribulations come so that you can test the knowledge to see what you got. Some people want to just play it safe. I don't like people like that. Give me some trials and tribulations. Every now and then I have to watch the movie The Perfect Storm. I have to watch movies about trials and tribulations, movies that make you think. I don't like playing it safe. Just stay in the light. Nuh-uh. Sometimes I need to go into the darkness to look forward to the light. And then when you get into the light and you're in the light for a while, it's like, man, I need something. So you go into the dark or the darkness. You go back and forth. That's life. Polarity. Extremes. It's a lot of knowledge out there, man. A lot of knowledge. And it is knowledge that can convert a savage into a true human being. See, human being is all potential. Very few human beings on the planet right now. Human being is your potential. Now, we use it loosely, but in all due honesty, it is our potential. Because a lot of us act like savages. And it is due to the lack of knowledge, holistic knowledge. You got to go through some trials and tribulations, like Pinocchio did. Pinocchio did not become a real person until he went through those trials and tribulations, including being in the belly of the beast, the whale. which happened because of his love for his father. And it was only after Pinocchio went through those major trials in his life that he became a real person. And in order for you and I to become real people, we got to go through some things. I was telling my little associate today, I said, man, I like to be to myself. But I said, something I'm dealing with today is that I have so many people. Now, it used to be more so females, but it's males. And they want to be in my presence because of the confidence, because of the strength. And see, that comes from what's in here and also in here. So when you're in my presence, you feel it. There is no fear. There's no fear, 5-0. Glendale police was hot today. And people were shaking like a crap game. Not the mob, bro. Because I got it mastered. Oh, I'm not a lawyer. I never went to law school. But I'm in a society, man, that is regulated by codes, California state codes. I'm in California. So I know it's my duty to learn the codes. Oh, I ain't got no time to learn them codes. All right, that's fine. But you still got to play the game. Man, I went to court, man. The judge ruled against me, man. And damn, man, I got to pay $1,500, man. I mean, man, the fine was only $700, man. And then they hit me with these penalty assessors, man. And now it's $1,500, man. I can't even pay my rent, man. I can't do this. I can't do this. Shut up. Shut the hell up. You a fool. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And that goes for man-made law, which is statutory law. Man, I'm just going to learn the UCC, man. I'm going to hook up with the Moors, man. And you know what? I'm going to learn UCC. Wait a minute, man. This man in positions of power don't even recognize the Constitution. But he's supposed to recognize the Uniform Commercial Code? What have you been smoking, man? Cat told me on Twitter the other day that he and two wise men were going to take Michael Jackson's mansion, the last mansion he had. They were going to take it from the bank. Really? I mean, you can't become a millionaire and purchase it the right way. You want to take it because you say banks are taking from people. No, you need to go watch the movie Margin Call. Banks are giving people what they want. People want the American dream. Banks make it possible. And because they're crooks, they're going to always come out on top. Helping you to get what you want because you're materialistic. You want the American dream because that is what was fed unto you. See, you didn't create your reality. No, not you. Your thoughts belong to somebody else. See, the way you get married, that belonged to somebody else. You don't know what all that stuff means. You don't know what throwing up the rice means. You don't know what carrying a woman through the threshold of the door means. You don't know where that originates from. Most people don't. You don't study the words matrimony. You don't study the words solemnly, as in solemnly swear. You don't even study the word marriage and certificate. Words, man. As Brother Common, the rapper, said, it's in the words. But you don't read. And you damn sure don't read the dictionary, so you don't know nothing about no words. You just want to get married. You want to spend $25,000. You want to spend more money on the marriage, I should say the wedding ceremony, than the entire marriage or the first year of marriage. Big old opulent church and thousands of people, big old cake and limousines. You would spend all that money on a marriage that in most cases ain't gonna last 3 years. You invest more into a marriage wedding ceremony than into the marriage, being a wife, being a husband. Most people this applies to. Not all, but most people. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, don't trip. I'm not talking to you. But if it bothers you, then I'm talking to you. You just happen to be in denial. You just happen to be in denial. But I watch people from afar. And I look at people try to play this game without knowing the rules of the game. And the game eats them up. I look at people every day working jobs they don't want to work. And they have no knowledge how to pull themselves out of that predicament or condition of being somewhere they don't even want to be. Now that's prison. That's hell. You somewhere that you don't want to be, but you got to be there because you need the money, because you on survival mode. I mean, you even sell out your heart's desire in order to survive. You got a choice to thrive or survive, and you choose survive. And you choose it by default because you don't have the knowledge to put yourself in a position to be able to thrive. Speaking about the majority of the people. And you got all these people, you a nigga, you this, and that, but they watching me. I don't bitch and complain about the Matrix. The Matrix is my whore. She works for me. So I'm over here doing me. I'm balling on my terms. And balling is not a linear term pertaining to Djehuty Myra. It does not mean finances or only finances. It encompasses a host of things. I ate lunch with my partners because that's what I wanted to do. I'm making this video right now because that's what I want to do. If I want to go to Sedona, Arizona tomorrow, that's what I will do. I do what I want to do every day because I put myself here. And it don't matter that I'm a male. It don't matter that my skin color is black. It don't matter that I'm from South Central Los Angeles. None of that matters. Because right knowledge and right knowledge applied neutralizes every excuse individuals use in society to justify being where they are in life at present, which is in a very degenerate state. No excuses. I don't need no reasons. I'm only into results. I live on my own accord. I got the freedom to do so. I know what time it is in this matrix. I know what's going on. I studied so many things 20 years ago. I hear people, everybody into the Illuminati now. That's old news to me. I was called a conspiracy nut, a crazo 20 years ago for knowing about Adam Weishaupt and the Illuminati. And everybody now talking about the Illuminati like the boogeyman. Man, please. You the boogeyman to yourself. And Illuminati holding everybody back. No, people hold themselves back. People. Not the Illuminati, not the government, not corporations. Not religion. People. Ain't no gun to your head telling you to be a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew. No. People. This society caters to people. People need something to believe in. They don't want to believe in themselves. So society says, well, hell, yeah, we'll create a guy for you. Here you go. You see people, all this stuff here, and all this, all the symbolism, rakas. Because people need something to believe in. Anything other than self will do. People are simple, man. I'm not going to support you no more. Get on out my face, little silly thing. Go on. Don't you know the drive of the passion behind boycotting black folks have been gone since the late 1960s? Black folks don't stand for anything anymore. That's why they fall for anything. And the same can be said about the American people in general. They came out today with the truth of the fact about Flight 800, TWA 800. The original investigators are now saying that a missile hit the plane. Now the so-called conspiracy theorists, they knew that. I got all the information on TWA 800, Flight 800, out of Long Island, JFK Airport in New York City. I remember that happened in 1996. 755 eyewitnesses saw a missile. Something looked like a glare, what they call a skyrocket, like fireworks, shoot up into the sky and hit the plane, causing an explosion. And then your government, CIA, and FBI that you pay for through your taxes as a good slave said, no, these 755 people saw the wrong thing. Now, ain't that something? The people didn't see what they thought they saw. So says the CIA and the FBI. Your rulers and masters. And ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. See, now the investigators are retired, so they speaking now. It's too late. It's 17 years too late. People don't care about that. They don't even care about 9/11 no more, man. People are simple, man. You got TWA Flight 800. You got 9/11. The Hurricane Katrina. It just keeps on happening, man. People are simple. People are simple, man. And that's why you got to make up your mind what side you going to be on. What side you going to be on? Which pill you going to take? The red pill or the blue pill? You got a choice to make. And if you don't make the choice going to make you. Excuses not going to help you. But my daddy left me. Well, man, you know, I didn't have my mama. My mama didn't hug me. My mama didn't love me. No excuses. Man, you know, I served time in a joint, man. You know, I can't get a job. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. Make a job for yourself, man. You got a mind, you got a brain, don't you? You used it to do crime to get yourself locked up. How come you can't use your mind, your brain to free yourself? Why not? Why not? I mean, you can walk down the street right now and talk to people and say, you know what, man? Have you ever thought about the fact that God didn't exist? What would you do if there was no God? And I did this back in the 90s. And I was blown away at the response of most people. Most people said, oh, if it ain't no God, well, I'm just going to rob a bank, man. I might as well, I might as well gang bang, man. Everybody went to the left. Negativity. Nobody said, well, hell, I'm going to aim to be president, man. I'm going to take over a corporation, man. I'm going to become a billionaire. Nobody went to the right. You took God away. Oh, well, I might as well just I'd be a prostitute. I might as well just be homeless if there's no God. And see, people in positions of power, they know people are like that. And that's why you have all of these churches, all of these religious institutions, keeping man enslaved, predicated upon what man desires on a deep level. The world is perfect, a perfect mess. But nevertheless, it's perfect. It's perfect. You got to come on up. All of these emotional responses attacking people because they don't agree with you. I'm going to unsub from you because you don't think like me. You don't agree with me. I'm unsubbing. I ain't buying from you no more. You don't think like me. You don't agree with me. What? So I can't be an independent thinker. I can't be my own man, my own person. No, you got to agree with me. I don't like Tommy, and you said you like Tommy, so, now you my enemy. Because you don't agree with me. I don't like Tommy, you shouldn't like Tommy. I can't use my own mind. No! I need you to think like me to appease me. Because I got some issues. And I'm going to project them on you. There's a saying. If two people are thinking exactly alike, one of them are not thinking. Think about that. See, thinking is the key. I spent a lot of time in this old chair given to me by my partner Adafe. Like my pops used to do, sit in the dark and think. And that's what I do. Of course, I read, I meditate, I travel to the Akashic Records, I do a whole bunch of stuff that allows me to successfully play this game here. I got cosmic entity friends. I can access certain portals. I'm okay being here. I'm not afraid. I love it here. There's no fear. None whatsoever. It's a game. It's a test. That's all life is. You got to play it or it will play you. And well. So what you going to do? You going to stay emotional? I don't like you. You like somebody that I don't like, so I don't like you. I mean, what is this, elementary school? When you people going to grow up? You know what's scary? Like I told my little partner today, I said, you know what's scary? Man, you got so many ignorant, unconscious, immature, irresponsible, unaccountable people in the world today in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I said, you know what's scary? They having sex and they're having children. They're reproducing the ignorance, the degeneracy. That's what's scary to me. A lot of these people you see commenting, they got children. Now you see how they act? And do you think their children are going to act any differently from them? No. Children are little sponges, man. They learn from their parents. And when you deal with us, there's really no parents, just a parent or a guardian. See, we quick to have the sex, but we don't want the responsibility that comes from the sex, especially the males. Don't want that responsibility. See, black women are only good enough for sexual intercourse purposes. But then she gets pregnant, oh, she's a hoe, she's a tramp, she's this and that. Yeah, but you laid down with her, man. You the father of that child. And if you didn't want that child, you should not have laid down with the woman. See, but most are slaves to their lower nature. Then they want to call me, hey man, you know, this tramp, man, you know, she got me in a child support system, man, and you know, and the judge just passed an order, man, and I could barely take care of myself, and I told the judge that, man, and just man, you know, these sisters, man, they destroying us. No, man, you destroying yourself. Because the truth of the matter is, for the ones who are crazy as hell, cats be knowing it. But you don't look at that. You look at them big breasts sticking out. You look at the hips. You think about smashing through the vagina. You pay for that. And rightfully so. You can know she's hurt, but you still spit your game. Because you want to sample the goods between her legs. It's a game. And you lose at the game. And she's all hurt and vulnerable, weak. And you done got over on her. She's a female. She is vindictive by nature. Eddie Murphy said it in the movie Raw. Women are some vindictive creatures. You cannot beat them at that. Oh, it's like that, huh? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. A county, LA County? New York County? Uh-huh. Yeah. I need to apply for child support. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his name is Tony. Mm-hmm. Tony Williams. Mm-hmm. His address is such and such. His social security number is such and such. Child support on your behind now. Or they'll call the police on you. Man, she called the police on me. Yeah. You're more powerful than her. You don't know how to act in her presence. You threaten her to crack her skull. So she picks up the phone and calls what she deems to be more powerful than you. Another man in a uniform. You see cats arrested in the police car and you see the women, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, you ain't so bad now, huh? Yeah, uh-huh, mm-hmm, yeah, they gonna make a bitch out of you, uh-huh, yeah, talk your crap now, uh-huh, you ain't talking now, huh? And that's just how it goes. I've been to a lot of the courts in Orange County, California, LA County, and I watched the proceedings of child support. Now in Orange County, it's mostly Hispanics and Caucasians. But it's the same thing. If you go to LA, it's mostly blacks and Hispanics. But you go to Orange County, it's whites and Hispanics. And it's the same old, same old. The women come out there in Orange County, the Hispanic sisters, you know, they got pregnant by you like cholo, saplo type of dudes. And I remember this one big dude, tattoos and everything, and the judge, you know, it was a female judge, and she just ignored him like, okay, we're going to grant. There was an increase in child support wages, and it was like, but your honor, you know, I got another son, I can barely take care of him, and I can't take care of myself. And the judge is like, the motion is granted. Motion for increase. And the dude just walked out of court pissed off, man. I mean, a big dude, man, and his eyes was watering. And then a tear came out. And I remember being in the hallway. He was like, man, did you hear that? And I said, yeah, man, And I feel people out, and I said, man, like what happened, man? He was like, man, this bee, and, dudes be hot, so every word out their mouth is a trick and a tramp and a bee and everything. And I listened, and I understand both sides. But I was like, the winner of this is the system. Because the system don't care about the people. The system see the female as a hoe, the dude is a trick, and the system is the pimp. Man loses, woman loses, child loses. And the woman walks out of the courtroom, Hispanic sister, and she's, and you pay your child support, and you better do this and that. And I mean, the dude was already just like at his lowest. And then the sheriffs escort both of them out. The women go one way, and the dude go another way, and understandably so, because these dudes be so mad they could actually kill some of these women. I know you've seen videos where these upset boyfriends have murdered women, on camera. I saw a video, this woman was at the cemetery, and the boyfriend just creeped up on her and just shot her in front of the child, man. Man. I mean, a lot of times I want to jet from you guys. I just want to just disappear. It's like, okay, I didn't learn this stuff here. Let me just go and live my life. But when I see all of this stuff here, man, it's like, no, you got to stay and give that wise counsel, man. I mean, you ain't going to save everybody. But I mean, hell, if you can just save one and make a change or positive impact on one, you've done your job. You love and you care for people, man. I mean, you do want to leave, but there's a part of you that want to stay, man. It's crazy, and either or, I'm fine with, But I mean, you feel for people, and it's like, man, you could have prevented this, man. It wasn't her, I mean, like, I can only speak as a man. Men be deep in that poontang and stroking and it's pleasurable. Cats don't be thinking, man. And that's the problem. They be thinking with the wrong head, man, and they have no plan. And like they say, he who fails to plan has planned to fail. You didn't have no game plan, or you were just having fun. That's the problem with a lot of males. They want to just have fun, man. After fun comes work. The sex is always fun, but the work, when she gets pregnant and have that child or 2 or 3, man, that's work. She's a female. She comes with needs. You only gonna get enough poontang on consignment for a while. That's all it is. You screwing. She letting you screw or have sex and not really asking you for anything because she like you. But see, like, for the most part, is an illusion. It dispels in time. And she may still like you, but liking you takes a back seat to necessities. Rent, car note, medical insurance, cable bill, cell phone bill, internet bill. She got needs. She's a creature of need. And you're supposed to be the provider. See, the women make the mistake because they don't look for the attributes. Can he provide for me? Can he protect me? Does he respect me? Does he love me? Do I consider him to be my best friend? Women don't ask those questions. Just like men don't ask those questions. That's where a lot of the problems are coming from. You got children trapped in grown folks' bodies. And they want to do the nasty. They want to play house. Big kids playing house. That's where a lot of the problems come from. Kat asked me last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, Djehuty, man, do you really turn all those advances down? I said, you goddamn right I do, man. I'm serious, man. I keep it righteous, man. I'm supposed to trust strange women. Man, I got 8 years invested with my wife. I trust her. She trusts me. We got something. She know me and I know her. We got a bond, man. And I'm supposed to just throw that away for a female that I don't know because it's seductive. It's fun. It's all of these shallow, superficial things. I don't know these females' motives, but I know my wife's motives. And I'm a Taurus, so I got to have that security. So hell yeah, I do. And I know they asking me because a lot of cats, they want to be in my position so they can do what I don't do. and be like the majority of cats who drop the ball over a little poontang. It's not wise, fellas. It's not wise. And a lot of cats don't understand how a cat can choose to be this way in this type of world. Well, it's easy. See, my mind is already made up. It's like that song. I got my mind made up. I got my mind made up. Was that Instant Funk, I believe, who came out with that in the late 70s or 80s? Well, I got my mind made up. I'm not trying to be like a lot of cats out there. No. I mean, it's a rough job, but you know what? I'm going to stand up and I'm going to lead by example. I'm in the house with my children. I got daughters. I see the impact of fatherlessness on women, all women in this society. It plays a role in the problem, especially with relationships. Look, women are creatures. I'm talking to the men now. Women are creatures of attention. They need attention. They require attention. Basically, look at me. Little girls be dancing and they make themselves up. Mommy, daddy, look, look. I mean, all children do it, but the female is more so than the male. That's their nature. See, and when the daddy's not on the scene, man, there's a void there. There's an attention void. See, and these females have to compensate. So if it ain't the daddy, if it ain't the father, then hell, it's going to be the boyfriend. It got to come from a male. The female, just like the male, need attention from the mother, but also need attention from the father. See, the simple fact that you have ovum and sperm denotes you need a male and a female, a mommy and a daddy. Not no society didn't change things that people are weak-willed and they go along with it. But see, I recognize nature as the authority and not man. Just like I know and accept truth as authority, rather than authority being the truth. No. Authority is not my truth. Truth is my authority. And that's what I stand on. And that's why I'm free. Ye shall know the truth, and it shall make you free. You got to deal with the truth. And like I said when I started this video, you got to deal with the truth of your ugliness. I wasn't always like this. I used to be a nigga, a degenerate. And I had to look in the mirror, man. And like I say, it don't feel good. But you got to be big enough than that feeling and overcome it. I can change. Just like the theme of the movie 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis and Mos Def. People can change, man. Especially if they want to. Some people are forced into changing. And some people make the conscious decision to change. You can change. Now, I had two relationships, especially this one particular relationship with the Libra female. And when we separated, I had a lot of time to think. And I thought about the things that she said about me. Of course, I had my thing about her. You know, she was too religious-minded, too superficial, and she wanted to climb the corporate ladder. And, you know, I had everything about her already stacked up as my reasons for us not being together. But I listened to her. And the thing that got her about me was my lying. So I said, now, okay, now you're a truthful cat, but the woman brought up about you lying to her. Why did you lie to her, man? And I'm talking to myself. I'm having this conversation with myself. And I said, you know, it's because she didn't respect when I told her the truth. Now, the straw that broke the camel's back in this particular relationship with this Libra female, we were in Las Vegas. And this was the early 90s, and you know, I'm hanging out with members of the Nation of Islam. I'm caught up in the pro-black radical mix. I'm into Afrocentricity, the early stages. So my viewpoint of life was black. It was cultural, very linear. She on the other side, she wasn't caught up in all of that. She was just this freebie. Culture didn't really matter to her. You know, she was jovial, and you know, she was just, people were just people, and she just did things for fun. She didn't have a serious side like I did. I'm a very serious person. It's amazing that no matter how much you have in common, it's the things that you don't have in common that usually serve as that which sinks a relationship. The small things. Not the big things, but the small things. And the small things, they just grow. They just grow, or they just keep happening. They're very small, but they keep happening. They're irritations. They become pet peeves that you focus on a lot and make them bigger. But the straw that broke the camel's back with this particular female, we were in Vegas and she wanted to go to something like medieval times. And y'all know what that is. That's, you know, the European, it's like a European atmosphere and environment, and they do jousting, and, you know, it's ancient European history. And like I said, you know, I'm off into Kemet and, you know, Kebulon, and, you know, I'm into the culture. And I remember the tickets being something like $65 each, which was a lot of money for me back in the 1990s. And she wanted to go to medieval times. And I didn't want to go there. And I told this woman, I don't want to do that. And it went in one ear and out the other. And she kept pressing me. And I kept telling her, I don't want to do this. And she just wouldn't leave me alone with it. Now I'm talking to myself, right? Dude, why are you lying to this female? Because that was her problem pertaining to this relationship. And so I took out my American Express card and I hid it. And I told her that I lost my credit card. And we were in my car. And I don't know if I reached over and opened the glove compartment and forgot that I took my card out. But I remember the glove compartment opened up. Either I opened it or she did. And she saw the card. I took it out of my little leather wallet. And she saw the card and picked it up and she said, what is this? And I was busted. And it hurt her. Because I lied to her. So I analyzed the situation when I was separated from her. Why'd you lie to her, man? Because I told her the truth, that I didn't want to go, and she ignored it. See, you had two selfish people. I'm selfish because I don't want to do her thing. And then she's selfish. She don't want to listen to my answer no, because she want to do something. And you know, relationships is about, you know, bending, giving, and receiving, you know, compromising, which is true. But you can't always have it your way. And if something is strong for a person, I mean, you know, respect that. Like, wow, this is really bothering him. You know, I'm gonna get my homegirl to go with me or what have you. We just won't go, or I'll go by myself, what have you. I mean, if somebody's really adverse to something, I mean, respect that. And I remember talking to her, and I'm like, you know, I told you, this was months later, and we talking. Because that's what happens after you calm down. It gets crazy. You hang up the phone on each other. It's just, wow. You know, you're still in love, so you act foolish. You know, you do stupid things when you're in love, like Denzel said at the end of the movie Out of Time. You know, when you're in love, you do stupid stuff. When you're still in love, that is. I didn't want to go. And you kept pressing me, and it pushed me into lying. Because I was not cultivated as a man back then, like how I am now. No is no. Ain't no line or nothing. No. Don't ask me again. I'm not going. If you want to go, you go. Now, see, that's where I'm at right now. And life is better like that. It's better. I don't have to worry about hurting feelings. I don't have to worry about lying. I get to be righteous. I get to stand in my truth. No, that's something I do not want to do. You can do it, but I'm not doing it. And it's different from nearly 20 years ago, because now it's like, okay, baby. And everything is cool. And it also helps that my wife and I are yoked. So we don't have those type of problems. We like doing the same things, at least in 90% of the cases. See, my wife is a Virgo, so she like jet skiing and she like daredevil type stuff. We be in Sedona, she like to jump off the cliff into the water, and that's her. Me? Nah. My imagination is good enough. I like the Hollywood Bowl and the LA Philharmonic, you know, orchestra and concerts. That's me. I can do a little hiking. That's cool. I like looking at nature. I love traveling. I like luxury. But 90% of the time, we straight. We do the same thing, and we like it. And if it's something that I don't want to do, then she go and do her thing. And I go and do my thing. And then we come back to each other. It's beautiful. Maturity, man. Maturity. And you know what's cool? Maturing with another person. It's beautiful. I mean, functional relationship is beautiful, man. Sometimes I be in the car, man, I just think about my wife, man, and my wife, to me, she's very sexy to me, man. Not only do I love her, but man, I'm very physically, sexually attracted to this female. I be on Twitter telling cats, man, look, still fantasize about your woman, even though you got her. Keep the flame going. I know I got so many articles and books to write, but it's just so many things you can do. She always does it for me. You can't be walking around naked in front of me and I'm a tourist. I'm going to charge you all the time and I don't apologize for it. I'm heterosexual, I'm male, I'm man, and I don't apologize for it. The sisters were saying that Tommy was trying to get some poontang from an online porn star. That don't do nothing to me against Tommy. That don't faze me. That don't make me turn against Tommy. As a heterosexual male, Tommy's supposed to be trying to come up on some trim. He's a man. That's what he's supposed to be doing. And I don't apologize for saying this. He's supposed to try to come up on some trim. Now, if Tommy is professing to be this moral, ethical, saintly type of cat who's condemning porn stars and pornography and did that, then Tommy becomes a hypocrite. But see, I ain't heard nothing about Tommy being anti-porn and being this moral leader, and I don't know nothing about that. So it don't do nothing to me because he was trying, if it's true, I'm not even saying it's true, I'm just making a point here. I'm just saying where I'm coming from, I ain't got no problem with that because a man is supposed to come up on some trim from a female. And I will not apologize for that. Hell no. Straight up. I've been speaking my mind about a lot of things, including females, and I will not change. And you see, they don't run from me. They may get mad when happens. My numbers grow. I understand your dynamic. I understand that dynamic. Tell you straight up how I feel. Because I'm bold like that. I don't need nothing from you. Well, Djehuty, you're a businessman. You should really watch what you say to people. Screw people. I'm not about to sell out to please people to make a goddamn purchase. If you can't purchase on the strength that the products are high qualitative and economically priced, screw you. Take your monkey behind someplace else. I don't care. I don't care. I don't kiss butt. I don't do that. I keep it real, man. I live in my truth. I'm free. Man, Djehuty, you creating fake account. Don't get me twisted with that peach from Georgia. I'm a grown man. I'm a serious man. I'm making videos saying stuff that suckers are afraid to think about. And you think I gotta go create false goddamn social media accounts? I'm from South Central Los Angeles. I'm a G. Man, please. Who the hell are you that I'm supposed to be afraid of? They gotta create some goddamn fake account. I'll make a goddamn video and blast you. I don't play no games, man. I'm serious. That's why a lot of people, especially a lot of certain females, they got a problem with me. I don't like him. Hell no, they don't like me. Because you cannot act a fool with me. You got to come on up. You can't act a fool with me. Life is too serious. Ain't got time for no unskillful drama. You can say that. You take that to your mama. I ain't got time for that. And I got children on the scene too. I ain't got time for that. No. With me, you're going to act civilized. You're going to act like a woman because you are a woman. You're going to act like a mother. And you're going to do what a mother's supposed to do. And you're going to enjoy it. Because it's not prison. It's not a bad thing. It's what you're supposed to do. And when you do what you're supposed to do, life gets easier. But when you rebel, that's where the problem comes from. It's going against the Tao. It's going against the Tao, the T-A-O, the Tao. Just do what you're supposed to do and things get easier. I ain't doing that. You can do it. Your arms work, your legs work. What's up with that? I don't even know how certain men allow themselves to get caught up in situations like that. Not me. I wouldn't go for it. Oh, I couldn't be with him. I don't know how he married. Oh, it's easy. I understand energy. I got knowledge. See, you ain't laying up, smoking marijuana, drinking all type of crazy alcoholic beverages, on the phone for 4 and 5 hour run up the phone bill, talking about idle stuff, talking about these stupid reality TV shows. Oh, heck no. I got some partners who are with women like that. Come home at 12, 1, 2 o'clock at night, hanging out with the hood rat friends. I'm like, dude, how do you tolerate that? Oh, he's a tyrant. He's tyrannical. Yeah, I am. But you don't hear me complaining. I can solve every problem in my life. I live the spiritual life, the metaphysical joyride. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I remember, man, when I was 19 and I wanted more money, and I ended up working 2 and 3 jobs. I'm at General Cinema. I'm at Sport Mart, Bed Bath & Beyond, killing myself. And then I find out the power of my mind to attract money through creativity. No, I'm never leaving this life. Never. Never. I got angels. I got entities on the scene that serve me. All I got to do is just ask. I ain't got to come up with a hustle, join some network marketing scam. I ain't got to work 2, 3, and 4 jobs and kill myself. What? Is that easy? No, I'm not giving this up. It works for me. It may work for you if you try it. Oh, I don't know, man. You know, my job, man. You know, I need that guaranteed income. Then you stay on the job, slave. Yeah, but dude, I want to hang out with you. No, you can't hang out with me, man. I think differently from you, man. I do things differently from you. I can't be in a car with you and get pulled over by 5-0. You start shaking like a crap gang, man. You can't, like a crap gang, you can't be with me. I'm with this big dude who was down with Lynch Mob and Ice Cube. And the authorities took his money, $3,000, and he couldn't prove where he got the money from. And they took his money for 6 months. Now, I'm in the law, and people back then, 10 years ago, knew I was deep into the law. So my man calls me up and says, Tootie, you know, the sheriff's want to give me my money back, but I'm afraid. Man, I said, what you afraid of? Man, the big dude. He was a former Nutty Block Crip member. I said, what you afraid of? Man, go get your money. It could be a setup or what have you. I said, look, man, is the money legal? Yeah, man, I got it, man. You know, Q, we did a concert. I said, man, if the money is legal, you ain't did nothing wrong. What the hell you afraid of? And see that we gotta speak on that. Because as men, and I understand how it is from the inner cities, because I'm from the inner city, and I understand how it is in the inner city to fear the police. You ain't did nothing wrong, but you see 5-0 and your heart start beating, boom, 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 boom. You start sweating, and I've been there a lot. I got pulled over 12 times. I got pulled over about 12 or 13 times in a 1-year period. LAPD and the Sheriff's Department. Now that's a lot. 12 to 13 times in a 1-year period, that's a lot. But I recognize the role I played in that. But see, I put knowledge in my head, and I went up against 5-0. And I did well. I went up against the district attorney. I did well. Knowledge applied is power. It's power. I said, man, if the money is legal, man, go get your money. He said, Djehuty, man, if you come with me, I'll give you 10%, which was like $300. Just to come with you and just get your money and everything. He's like, yeah, man, I mean, Djehuty, you know the law, man, just, I'll break you off. I mean, you got this big cat and he's afraid of 5-0. I mean, you got grown men who know they haven't done anything wrong, but they're afraid of 5-0. And I understand the history. Well, you know, too, they be profiling us, they be setting us up. Well, they do it because we're ignorant. We're easy prey. They don't mess with me. You say, well, Tootie, you're a tall, skinny cat. Yeah, but they're afraid of me. You a big buff dude and you a bitch to them. You thought power was in the size of your damn chest and bicep. No. Power is here, man. That little man who ruled you is short in a black robe. And he punks you and tells you how much you're going to pay to your offspring. That's power over you. You 6'5" can bench press 500 pounds. And you helpless. You's a little bitch in his presence. The sucker's 5'2" and weigh 140 pounds. And he punks you. And you a former Crip member or Blood member. Happens all the time. But not with the Magra. Because I got knowledge. You pull me over, I know what to say. Man, here you go. Here's a driver's license, man. Here's a vehicle registration. Here's proof of insurance. And I have no open containers. I have no contraband. And I have no weapon. And that's all I'm going to say to you. I'm going to reserve my rights pursuant to the Fifth Amendment. That's it. Well, do you know you were speeding? Do you know you did this? No, I don't know any of that, sir. I can't speak on that. You can get an attitude and give me a ticket, no problem, because a ticket only means admission. It will admit me into court to play that game, which I can play very well. So it's on you. I ain't kissing no ass or nothing. You either give me the ticket or let me bounce. I'm not fazed by it, man. I ain't got to take off from work. I'm free like that, so I can hang out in court every day like I did 10 years ago. Hounded those people. They sent me downstairs, opened up a special window, and wrote on a yellow sticky, come back next week and we'll let you know when your trial date is. They don't do that in court. But I was a thorn in their side because I had all the time in the world. See, as long as you work these jobs and you're dependent on somebody else's paycheck, they own you. That's why they got rid of night court. Because they know you would get off work and go to court and challenge the ticket. They got rid of night court that your tax dollars are supposed to finance. And see, now it's only daytime court, and they know you ain't going to court. Most people, you may do it one time, but you can't do it a second time and a third and a fourth time. You need the money, and they know it. Man, I'm just going to pay the ticket, man. It ain't worth it, man. They know you're going to think like that. They know it, and that's why they do what they do. Me, I go to court and play the game. I want them to know I enjoy being there. Love it. I understand your discovery process. I understand about motions and recusing judges. I understand all of that. I understand California Vehicle Code Section 40513 verified complaint argument. I understand all that stuff, man. How did you learn this? I studied. I don't watch the House Sluts of Atlanta. I read books. Peter Sellers said in the movie Being There, I watch TV. Well, I'm the opposite. I read books. I study. And then they treat you differently. FBI, district attorney, city attorney, all of them. They shake your hand. You are a unique citizen, man. We don't meet people like you. I know that. Have no fear of you. I know I live righteous. September 27, 2002, FBI come to Glendale, California for me. 2-hour interrogation. If they came to you, you wouldn't have a clue where to begin. You wouldn't even know what to say. Most of you. Thought it'd come to me. I'm asking questions. Is this mandatory or voluntary? They'll tell you, oh, it's voluntary. Thank you. That's good information because I can say, you know what, I don't want to talk to you because you told me it's voluntary. And I volunteered to not participate. I volunteered to not talk to you. Second question, is this civil or is this criminal? And they usually don't know. It could be one or the other, or you can actually add admiralty to the mix. And that will really confuse them. Because most law enforcement officers outside of the statutory law that they've been trained in, they're ignorant as hell. They are ignorant as hell. And I know that. I got back in from New York in 2008, an undercover Burbank police officer. I was with my Moorish friend who just looked strange, and I mean, he was just saying, hey, stop me, the way he was dressed in the hat and the seven and all of that. And I was with him. And he went to use the restroom, and I stood on the outside watching the bag, so it just looked suspicious because they stop a lot of people coming from Jamaica, a lot of the blacks, because of, you know, importation of drugs or what have you. So undercover Burbank police officer stops me and says, sir, may I search your bag? I say, you most certainly not, unless you have probable cause. And probable cause is defined as suspicion of criminal activity just committed, in the process of being committed, or to be committed. So if you ain't got a probable cause, then you got to have a warrant. And if you don't have a probable cause, which is suspicion of criminal activity, and if you don't have a warrant, which must be signed by a judge, you can forget it. I'm not participating because I know my rights. And if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. No excuses. I work. I'm tired. No excuses. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. And the laws are only as good as the people who enforce them, which is supposed to be us, the citizens, who are now the damn slave, the Bubis Americanus. I said, no, you can't search my bag. Well, why not? I just need to just search. I don't give a damn what you need to do, man. You got your job to do as a government law enforcement officer, and I got my job to do as a citizen. And the U.S. Constitution protects me against you. I know how to stroke that bad boy. It's a genie. It works if you know how to stroke it. You know how that situation ended? 30 minutes talking about my health products. Natural vegan sources of protein, and what can you do for constipation, and his wife had menstrual problems and things like that. It always ends like that. DEA knocked on my door back in 2005 or 2006. Came there, two females, belligerent. They wanted some action. But see, I had them set up with the selenite wands and the black tourmaline, and I had my incense. The smell just melted them. They come hostile, but I break them down. Working my magic, crystal magic, at the front door. That's the portal right there. And they melted, and they became ladylike. And they stayed there for 45 to 50 minutes talking to me about the menstrual cycle and menopause. Health, that's what I'm into. See, I change it up. They come over there for legal stuff. But when they leave, it's about health stuff. It never fails. See, I run stuff because of this right here. And I ain't got to call them devils and government goon squad members. I don't have to offend these people. I recognize that they're human beings doing a job. And they're just as enslaved and ignorant as the masses of the people that they patrol and regulate. I know that. I see beneath the badge and the uniform, they are people. And that's what I appeal to. And I show them respect, and I get it back all the time. It's not hard handling government. If you govern yourself, then you don't have to be worried about being governed by others. That's real sovereignty. Self-rule. Ruling yourself. So the ex-wife decides to take me to corporate child support as a revenge tactic because I'm already paying. But it's okay because it didn't work out the way she thought it would. I'm self-ruled. See, another man can't tell me to pay child support because, see, it's in me to know to take care of my responsibility, not just financially, but in every other way. I did it on my terms, moral law child support. So I pay her child support right now on my terms. And my terms is better than the government's term. Like I tell people, if you can pay her more than the government would have you pay, it would be in your best interest. Because if she ever goes to the government against you, she gonna lose money. And as a business owner, I dictate how much I get paid. So hell, I could say, hell, I get paid $500. So you can have 40% of that. Or you can get your act together, rise above your emotions, and function according to logic, and get paid a few $1,000s instead of a few $100s. Now it's your choice. Now money got a lot of power, and they'll get right. I'm gonna take the high amount. I'm gonna act straight. I'm gonna take the high amount. Or you can act a fool and take the lower amount, because I run things for me. I love my life. I love it. And you can get mad at me. Oh, he's arrogant. He's this and that. Oh, no, you would like to talk like me. Oh, yes, you do. But you got a lot of work to do. You don't like spending your money on books, though. See, you waiting for the next Mayweather fight. See, you waiting for the next Super Bowl. See, you into bread and circus. See, when my partner was out there screwing all these females, yeah, man, I screwed her, man. I had her in the butt position, man. Oh, man, she slurped me up and all that talk. I'm studying, so I gotta pick up the phone. What's up, man? Yeah, what's up? Oh, man, it was great, man. I tagged her. I did this, I did. Why are you calling me with it, man? See, to mess with me. You know I'm over here studying. And then a couple of months later, the female calls the police on him. They stop him on the freeway with guns drawn. Who gets the phone call? Me. I don't want to hear about that, man. Just like I don't want to hear about her. I don't want to hear about you and her and your sexual exploits. It doesn't concern me. I'm a square, remember? I'm a researcher. I'm over here listening to ice cream truck music because I'm listening to Enya and Diva Primal. That's ice cream truck music to you. You make fun of that. See? But it's 2013 now, and you live with your mama. You're unemployed. You don't have a car. That's what you get. You invested in the wrong thing. See, I'm smart enough to know what to invest in. See, I invest in things that pay me a return. It's tight with this money. No. Money is energy, and energy has value. I don't just go purchase anything. I got to purchase something whereby I get a return. You can invest in that which is a benefit or that which is a detriment. The choice is yours. Girl, I'm going to go get my hair done, $200, $250, get my nails done, $40. I'm going to go buy this nice outfit. And what's that going to do for you? It's going to make you feel good for a day or two or three. And then you got to repeat the cycle in order to feel a certain way. Guns and butter. Guns and butter. Like I told my little business associate today, I said, man, back in the day, I wasted a lot of money. I was one of the 95% consumers of black people. I gave all my money to the Compton swap meet. I was there every weekend buying amps, EQs, Sherwoods, and Alpines, and Fosgate, and Power Drivers, and Pioneer speakers, bomber jackets, Cazelle glasses, starter jackets, Turkish ropes, Giorgio Beverly Hills shirts, Fila tennis shoes, Elise, stuff. To this very day, I have nothing to show for it except for pictures of me wearing that stuff. Long jerry curl, gold chains. Man. I said, man, you got me beat, man. You young, man, and you investing in business. I didn't have that in my ear. This cat is 17, man, and invested thousands of dollars into a business. It's wild. But I'm happy for him. I said, man, I need a protege, because he asked me, Djehuty, what can I do? I said, man, I need a protege. Don't worry about it. Now, this LLC, it's going to take some months for it to jump off the ground. So I need for you to study, man. Well, what do I study? You study everything business. What do we have? We have an LLC. Study everything LLC. Don't keep calling me asking me what to study. You know what to study now. Everything business. Everything. Go get you a business dictionary. Go get business books. Go get books on LLCs. Go get books on accounting. Go get books on taxes. Get you an internal revenue code. That's what you study. You study. You in business, so you study business. You start watching business movies. Whatever you in, you got to study on that level. Go study. Say, all right, yeah. That's on the metaphysic tip. You got to develop the willpower. I'm talking to the young cat. He's Iranian, I believe. Yeah, they're from Iran. I said, leave the females alone, man. I said, the female's gonna be there. Get your chips straight right now. You get with a female, your energy gonna go into her. And your entrepreneurial spirit is going to decrease. It's going to decline. And her interest in you is going to decline. And all of your money is going to be funneled into her. All of your time is going to be funneled into her. She is a female. She needs attention. She wants to do things. You got to study. You got to learn business. You got to learn about your enterprise, man. Get that off the ground. Then you can get with her. Because now you're established. Focus your energy. Focus your energy. And when you become successful, it ain't gonna matter how you look. Just like how you saw in the movie The Social Network. I told them, go watch the movie Social Network. Go study the movie Arbitrage with Richard Gere. And I'm telling him about movies about business to go study. I said, you got business, you got a little money, what have you. Now you got some power. You're gonna easily attract. You're gonna become confident. And that's a serious attribute females look for in males. A lot of cats ain't got that. They ain't got no confidence. Like cats, be kissing up to females and man tooting me. How do you do it, man? I mean, you just be, man, I'm just me. I let you know what you're dealing with me. I don't fake the funk. I'm not going to smile in your face and then when you turn your back, and stab you. No, man. I keep it real. I'm serious. I ain't got time for no foolishness. I don't have time for it. And I'm telling you, and I speak clear English. I'm letting you know what you get yourself involved with me. No nonsense. None. No nonsense. I like to be in control of my life. I like to dictate circumstances. I like to create circumstances. I don't like for circumstances to dictate to me. That don't feel good to me. So I came up with a plan to change that. He who fails to plan has planned to fail. I don't plan to fail. Yeah, so much, man. It's so much. But life is beautiful. Life is so beautiful, man. And it feels good when you know you're on the right path. When you're living your natal chart, man, it feels so good. Man. Last week, my boys, they hemmed me up, man. I've been working crazy hours, serving the people. And my eldest son, Johnny, well, he's not my eldest son, but he's my eldest son, by my wife, my present wife. He says, Daddy, you promised to take me to get a briefcase. He wants a briefcase. He really studies me, man, and wants to be just like me. It's crazy. And last week, I got home pretty late, and man, I was pooped. I'm ready to do me. And it was about 8 something. And he was like, Daddy, you promised to take me to get a briefcase. And I had to check myself. I said, I got to get over this being pooped. Because I got a 7-year-old asking me to take him to buy a briefcase. Now, young African Americans, they don't generally ask for briefcases, which deals with business. He wears slacks and vests. He dressed like he's in a prep school. We already know his destiny. Because he got it right now. He acts it out right now. He's a smart little boy, Libra. So I said, man, you know what? I better take these boys to Staples so they can get their briefcases, man. And it was just a trip, man, because I said, man, okay, I got 3 sons. I take 3 sons with, I have 4, but, 3 are with me. The other son is from the ex. And they're 3, 5, and 7. And they're carrying briefcases, man. And that, when I assessed that situation, then just looked at him, I said, this is what my father wanted. Now, he couldn't do it. Took me 40-something years, but okay, Pop. I'm like, Pop, your plan is working. I got this. And so, age 3, 5, and 7, they got briefcases. Nice briefcases. And everybody in Staples, man, is just blown away. Like, this is wow. Like, we're not at Toys R Us or Target. We're at Staples buying briefcases. 3, 5, and 7. And at first I was tripping, but I said, nah, this is an omen. This is a precursor to something. I got it. I see my son, he draws a Johnny's bookstore. I said, okay. I'm going to get him a Johnny's bookstore. He's going to run it. He's going to be like Faragray, Khalid Abdul Muhammad's son. I said, okay, I got it. I see now. See, you got to get with the right female, man. You got to get with the right woman to produce the right legacy. There's just a lot of drama going on with black men versus black women, and y'all try to put me in the mix. But see, I'm married, man. 8 years strong, going solid. I'm in the house with mine. My wife don't get beat. My wife works because she wants to. I ain't got no problem taking care of all the bills. I don't. And she prepares the food. She takes care of the children. She got her help meets in the house, but she handles her business. People look at us, it's like looking at a damn dinosaur. A functional black family? Yes. We get nothing but love and respect everywhere we go. I got a smile on my face, she got one on hers. Then you got 6 children. A family. In modern day times. I hate black women. I got a black woman on my shoulder, black daughter. I hate black women. My mother, black, grandmother, black. But I hate black women. Because I'm bold enough to put your ass in check. Because I'm tired of your unnecessary suffering. And how you're treated. You got work to do. You don't, well, the man got to change first. No, you got to change first for yourself. Then you'll get a man. You out of pocket. You out of line. Well, what about the man? We ain't talking about the man, but if we talk about the man, he out of pocket too, and I got something for his ass too. Stupid what's going on. I comment to drop knowledge to make people think. They're not on your site. You ain't talking about nothing. They're on my site because I'm talking about something and I'm showing you the results. You commenting. Don't nobody care about your goddamn comments. Because what do you do after you comment? You take your ass to sleep to wake your ass up to punch that clock on the plantation so you can get that paycheck every 2 weeks. Because without it, you would be in bad shape. It's embarrassing the way we act in public, all the name calling. Because other people don't agree with you, that's childish. Too many of you black females, you too old to be acting like that. Too many of you black males, y'all too old to be acting like that. ego and emotion. I could see if you sapsuckers owned businesses, had money, and was leading by example. I could see if you was doing that. Ego and emotion, man. And it ain't doing nothing for us. It ain't doing nothing for us. And that's why these type of issues have to be addressed. I like Tommy because of the issues that the brother addresses. But he says, bitch, I don't care how he expresses. That's the problem with too many females. Well, Djehuty, if you would just be a little bit more sensitive, screw you. Fuck you and a sensitivity. I talk the way I talk. And if you don't like it, you take your ass someplace else. Listen to the message, little girl. Well, I want you to talk woo-foo, woo-foo. I want you to talk lovey-dovey to me. You better find somebody else to talk lovey-dovey to you. I ain't got time for that. It's serious times. I'll talk lovey-dovey to you if you my wife in the bedroom. At the right time, because there's a time and a place for things. Talk soft, talk sensitive. No, not me. No. Times are too urgent, critical, crisis mode. I ain't got time for that. Get your act together now, or suffer the consequences. Period. Period. No excuses. See, man, I left my woman, man, because, I don't want to hear that. You're a chump. Just because you leave a woman does not mean you leave a child behind. Now, she may be crazy, and you knew that. Hell, you probably crazy, too. You left her, but not the children. You can't justify not taking care of your children because you don't want to take care of a woman, probably because she's with another dude. That's what's messing these little girls up. They need that daddy attention from day one. If they don't get it from you, they're going to seek it out from another man. And that's why so many of our females are sexually promiscuous, because they're looking for love in the wrong place. They're looking for love under the guise of pretenses of sex. And the sex leads to heartache and pain. Pregnancy, unwanted pregnancies, abortions, STDs. It's not healthy, man. Little girls need their fathers. That's where they get their first experience, their first lessons of love from a man, manly love, protection, to be provided for. These are attributes that she needs to blossom into a balanced female. These sisters, these women, they are imbalanced because of us. Mother on the scene, and she ain't really wrapped too tight, but you ain't on the scene. And then the little child got to deal with the crazy mama. I'll beat your ass, girl, and you mama and this and that. You ain't gonna be no good, and men just gonna use you for sex, and I lost my life dealing with you, and your daddy ain't this thing. You look just like him. They got to deal with that. Because there's a lot going down between the mother and the daughter. Mother and daughter, the loving war. I make sure that I'm my daughter's best friend as a male. They'll talk to me about anything, and I do not lie to them. The day I lie to my daughter is the day that I impair our relationship. She can't trust me. And if she can't trust me, her daddy, she can't trust another man. That should be common sense, man. My daughter, she knows. Daddy, they taught us about Malcolm X, and they said that the Muslims killed it. Daddy, what really happened? She know I'm her source of truth. And she can talk to me about anything. She called me a few days ago. Daddy, I need $700. I quiz her for what, and boom, 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 boom. No problem, baby girl. You got it. Thank you, Daddy. Because I need her to know you got a father. She got a father on the scene. She can come to you. You ain't got to turn to no dude. You ain't got to perform or turn no tricks to get money. You got a father. And I'm going to make sure that the money is for something of a worthy cause. I'm going to ask questions. You my daughter and I love you. You did good in school. Here you go, baby girl. Bam. There you go. You've earned this. I'm going to give this to you because you earned it. My daughter and I, we walk down the street. My arm around her, her arm around me. I've always wanted to be like that. We hug, we embrace. That's important, man. If you got daughters, you got to embrace them. If they don't get it from you, they're going to seek it outside of you, man. They require love. They require attention, man. Give it to them. Because if not, it becomes an imbalance, man. Then they start dressing half naked and their titties out and ass. And look at me. Anything for attention. They dye their hair red and pink and purple. Look at me. I'm a freak, but look at me. That's their way of getting attention. And we play a role in this, man. We play a role in this. We come out of the wombs of women. I don't care how messed up they are. You got to think bigger. You came out of the womb of a black female. No matter how messed up they may be, look at things on a larger level. We came out of them. That in and of itself means something. Respect that which gave you life, which bore you. It's a lot of work to do. Man, it's a great thing we got cyberspace. I couldn't be around a lot of people in person. I'll be in jail. Ain't got time for no nonsense. Because the stuff I'm talking is basic. See, I'm the result of a mother and a father, a man and a woman working together, not at war. My little sister didn't get pregnant in her teens, like her friends in South Central Los Angeles. We didn't get caught up in teen pregnancy ourselves, even though our girls did get pregnant. But we wasn't fathers. I became a father at age 29, when I had some substance up here. And I'm glad I waited. Because I learned some stuff. Now I have something to give back to my children. I buy my daughter books. Before the Mayflower. The autobiography of Malcolm X. Black Titan about A.G. Gaston, one of the first black billionaires or millionaires. Just certain books. I keep it balanced. I don't want her reading all that, what's that, Terry McMillan, and I don't know. No novels. Novel also means new, introducing new ideas. All these romance novels and sex novels, no. See, my ex-wife family try to push that on her. You need to read, and that is true. She needs to read, but she must read things of substance, and she knows this is the library. You will read about Black Wall Street, Allensworth, California. That's what you will read about. Rosewood, Florida. That's what you will read about. Things of substance. Black female entrepreneurialism. She's a Taurus. And she got it. She got it. But I have to groom her. I got to let her know about this matrix. I can't have her traveling to different countries by herself. She got to have bodyguards, man. I saw that movie Taken and it messed me up, so she knows. That's why I'm always working, man, because I know what I got to do. I'm like Don Corleone. That's me. Now, I'm not, controlling my children, but I'm knowing the role I got to play. I know prom time is coming up for some of them. And they got to go in style. I don't want them being like me. I don't want them to have to break up with girlfriends because the money is low and act a fool. No. You with her and you like and you want to buy some flowers? Bam, get her some flowers. I want you to go to the movies. I want you to do everything you want to do and have a good time. I don't want you thinking about, I don't want you there counting money in your head. Let's see, I got $20 here, I got this. So hopefully she won't ask for no popcorn. She asks for some popcorn. I get a medium instead of a large because then I don't want that. Like me. I want better for them than I have for myself. And then my father had for himself. See, we doing something over here. My pops, when he left his last job, he told his supervisor, he said, you know what, man, I got 3 sons. And all 3 of them, when they grow up, they're going to be just like you. They're going to wear a suit and tie, and they're going to sit in a chair behind a desk. He called that into existence. That meant a lot to my father. Because, see, my father only went to the 10th grade, so he knew he was lacking as far as education. And, you know, he was limited. But my father was a man. Street knowledge, common sense. He was a man. My father, he could have left my mother numerous times. But that man loved his children. And, man, when your parents love you and trust you and believe in you, man, that's a power out of this world. That's why I was frustrated with the divorce from the first marriage. This ain't supposed to happen to me. I don't know about my chart and having a stellium. That means more than one. I had a stellium in the 7th house, which means more than one opportunity for marriage. I'm going against my chart based upon my upbringing. I accept it now. Because I ended up where I started from. I'm back with the wife. I'm back with the wife. You know, the mother, the marriage, the mate, the twin flame. I'm back. I got that. I require that. It's in my chart. And I'm back. And everything is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I think about my wife, man, and like, man, you know, it just, you know, I just get chills, man. It just feels good, man. You know, just sleeping in the bed together and bumping up against her soft body. And, you know, sometimes, man, I wake up and I just look at her, maybe like, damn, like she's mine, man. This is my wife. And it's just beautiful, man. And I just give thanks. I mean, man, I read about what a lot of you are going through, and I feel for you too, man. It's a battlefield out there. But it's like, you know, it's not supposed to be that hard, man. It's not. And this war, man, you know, it's like, yo, make love, not war. I don't understand it. It's crazy. I mean, I do understand it, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't make that choice. Because it boils down to a choice. Okay, if you're a man, you ain't got a woman, that's a choice. If you're a woman, you ain't got a man, that's a choice. You can have what you desire if you're willing to do the work. But getting back to the men, it's very important that you're there. And not just for the daughter. I've been talking a lot about the female. But the male as well, too. I got grown cousins, lives all messed up, and it stemmed from their daddies leaving their mothers when they were young. My favorite cousin, he's dead because his father left his mother. He didn't have that paternal guidance. He turned to the streets. He's a member of 1180 East Coast Crip and a well-known drug dealer. And he gets shot 2 days before my birthday in 1986, April 22nd. Pow! Right there in the solar plexus. Calhoun. Rest in peace. His brother, my oldest paternal cousin, he told me on the day of my father's funeral, he said, cousin, if I had your father, Uncle Ernest, I will be knocking balls out of Dodger Stadium right now. That spoke volumes to me. He said, see, man, my father wasn't on the scene, man, so I got caught up at 18. I impregnated a female who's an RN, man, making $50,000 something, and she's getting me for child support. And it's only $122 something a month, and I need every dime, cousin, because I'm working at a supermarket and only part-time. I got caught up, cousin. I could have been a professional athlete, cousin, but I didn't have that man on the scene to guide me like y'all had an Uncle Ernest. See, on the day of my father's funeral, man, a lot of cats were hurt because a surrogate father was being laid to rest. My cousins, man, they lost it. They was all in the casket, man, Uncle Ernest. Because when their fathers, his brothers, were not there for them, he was. Always doing something constructive. In LA, The gangs came out. So we formed, the Cooper family did this, we formed the LA Warriors basketball team, and Pops was the coach. They respected my father. The gangbangers, the thugs, they respected that man. All my homies, their fathers were leaving their mothers. The mothers were running the households. And we were rare, we were unique, because I had a mother and a father. And now I see the benefit of that. And that's why I have to have that. I saw how my sister turned out with Pops on the scene. Dudes couldn't just come over. They had to meet Pops. There were rules. Cats, they were after my sister. You know, she started developing in her teens and cars pulling up for and things. They had to meet the maestro. And they all respected him. I learned from that. I saw that. I saw Pops hem moms up against the wall and kiss her. And your siblings just look and just laugh. You know, our children act silly. They seen things like that, but that's what we saw. It was beautiful to see your parents get along. We saw the good and the bad, but the good stands out. And I learned from the bad. The bad was predicated upon opiates or alcohol. That's why I say folks ain't got no business consuming alcohol, especially black folks, because we act a fool. Alcohol is for responsible people that choose to do something that really don't make no sense. Now, I know that sounds oxymoronic, but that's real. That's why they say drink and drive or act responsibly. Act responsibly. Why you got to say that? There must be something more to that. After all, alcohol is an intoxicant. Intoxicant. There are people, they don't study that. You think too much. You think too much. Intoxicant, it's a beverage, but it's an intoxicant. It pollutes the blood. It affects the body. There's nothing wrong with drinking. Okay, if you say so. But you tell that to all the people who were in trouble for DUI. Well, these people weren't responsible. See, there you go. Drink responsibly. Just don't drink at all. But no. 1 million bottle bags. As Public Enemy sang in a song. I'll make a video too on the father-daughter relationship. I want to share some books. You know, there's a lot of good information out there. This book here is Strong Fathers. Take my pinhole readers off. I've been wearing them for damn near 2 hours. This book here, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. 10 Secrets Every Father Should Know by Meg Meeker, MD. Highly recommended book. When He's Married to Mom, How to Help Mother Enmeshed Men Open Their Hearts to True Love and Commitment. There's a serious subject too. It's not really dealing with the whole father-daughter thing here, but it's in the equation. These are books coming from that part of my collection dealing with this subject matter here. At least it's part of the video. Fatherless Women, What Every Daughter Needs from a Father by Donna Griffin. Highly recommended. The Wounded Woman, Healing the Father-Daughter Relationship by Linda S. Leonard. See, this situation is not just a black thing. It's an American thing. And it happens in other countries around the world. See, what I'm talking about, it extends to Caucasian females, Hispanic or Latino or Latina females, or Latinas, because Latina is female pertaining to Hispanics or Latinos. Asian females, Native American, doesn't matter. Middle Eastern. There's no monopoly on fatherlessness. Here's one called Absent Fathers, Lost Sons. The Search for Masculine Identity by Guy Corneau. Must read, man. This is good stuff here, man. Even if you don't have children. See, reading books like this will help you to be more selective in your female. So you can't be choosing the big breasts and the butt, and you can't be doing that. That don't guarantee that this woman has mother or maternal qualities. It doesn't. That's physical. Longing for dad, father loss and its impact. Father hunger, fathers, daughters, and the pursuit of thinness. Margot Main, PhD. This book here, Longing for Dad, Father Loss and Its Impact, is by Beth M. Erickson, PhD. I know y'all gonna email me for the titles, and it's all good. I'm behind. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be making videos. I don't care how controversial they be. It don't stop the inquiry, so I'm behind. So yeah, you can ask for the titles, but I am behind. I'm just letting you know I'm just one man, and I got the whole world after me. The Unavailable Father, 7 Ways Women Can Understand, Heal, and Cope with a Broken Father-Daughter Relationship. This subject is really big, people. And see, I didn't get the book written by the sister called, what is it called? The Impact of Fatherlessness on Black Females or Black Women. I'll have that book when I do that particular video. But this one is The Unavailable Father, 7 Ways Women Can Understand, Heal, and Cope with a Broken Father-Daughter Relationship. You guys got to learn to read, man. You got to learn to read, man. You really do, and you got to learn to extract that information. You got to learn to extract that information. You got to put some knowledge in your head. I know black people, I know we artistic, and I know that, but we're in a society predicated upon logic, enlightenment. We got to get there. We got to. If not, we stay at the bottom. And we will forever bitch and complain. And it ain't nobody's fault but ours. I mean, where I'm from in South Central Los Angeles, they didn't close down most of the county public libraries because we weren't using them. And I can't fake the fun. We were not using those libraries. And they were free. If you don't use, you lose. Now I'm out here, San Fernando Valley, they got libraries. They open up new libraries because they use them. It's a community resource, man. That's free. I didn't have the brains or the money to go to college, but I had brains enough to purchase books and study and apply good information. And now I have results. We got a lot of work to do. And I feel for you guys who are in that war there. I really do. Ain't no joke out there, man. People just want love. But see, people won't do the work on self. Self-love. You can't love yourself. You can't love another person. In order to receive love, you got to give love. A lot of people can't give love. They shut down. They hurt. Love don't live here. I ain't being hurt no more. No. No love. Now love gets a bad rap because of yourself making poor choices. You horrible at judgment. You don't listen to yourself. You don't listen to your intuition. You went to some man-made school, paid tuition, and it knocked out your sense of intuition. Now ain't that something? You don't use your intuition, so you pay tuition. You pay for not using what you already have. It's crazy. It's crazy. If you want it for yourself, I want it for you. But it's a horrible situation. And some of us are tired of it. See, I got to be in the mix because I have an agenda. And that's to stimulate thought. You think I like negativity, unskillful negativity. I'm way too wise, ways. A lot of you people who talk shit, if you were sitting next to me, I would run circles around you and crush the fuck out of you what I got in this head here. You have no idea. You just have none. You have never met a person with this type of retention of all type of... Look, I picked the books to give you titles, but I've made over 675 videos. I don't read from books. I have spit in over 675 videos from this brain alone. And it ain't even been about 5% of all that I have to share. There's so much stuff, man. So little linear time. Life, man, you got to study life, health, diet, biology, man, business, law, economics, government, civics, politics, metaphysics, sexuality. You got a lot to study. I don't care if you're 40 or 50 or 60. You got to study. Astrology, numerology, palmistry, hermeticism. You got to study. History, world history, American history, African history. You got to study. You got work to do. You got work to do. Now, I probably teed off a lot of people. I probably bored some people. Other people were probably mentally stimulated. But the fact is, I got a jet now. It's been more than 2 hours, and I didn't spend 2 hours with you in response to my man, Tommy Sotomayor. And again, let me put emphasis or re-emphasize on the fact that if something does not pertain to you, why trip? And I'm really speaking to you females. I mean, if you know you're not a bitch, if you know you're not one of these females that Tommy and other cats are talking about, why are you tripping? It don't apply to you. Why are you tripping? Why are you hounding? But leave him alone. If you don't like, leave him alone. That don't make no sense to invest all of that time, man, into somebody that you claim to dislike. That's crazy. Why do you follow? Why do you invest so much time into someone that you don't like, that is supposed to be negative? Why? You're supposed to spend your time into that which is positive. There's contrast out there. There's choice out there. It doesn't make any sense. And you can now not like me because of that Tommy video. I'm cool. I'm straight. You're not affecting me. I'm about to go transfer some money right now. I got paid while making this video. I'm straight. I set stuff in motion. I took myself out of the BS that a lot of us love to engage in, use my mind, and put some stuff in motion. I'm straight. I'm straight. Then I'm going to go watch a movie and give me some more knowledge, because I learn from movies. I am selective in what I watch. And I'll get back and make more videos. We got to talk about the pendulums and the crystals and the cluster crystals. And I know a lot of y'all like that. Djehuty, I don't like when you be dealing with this, and I like these type of videos where it ain't just about you. I got a lot to educate and inform on. And you just got to wait until that video comes. Like this one female, you know, Djehuty talked about D-Herbs and Corey and AKT. I mean, that's all you can think about. That's all you can point out. Damn near 700 videos. And you can only point out 3 dealing with beefs. That's because you like beef. And like I told her, that's why I give it to you periodically, because I know what you like. You're going to keep your ass on my channel too. I know it. I got you figured out. It's a thin line between love and hate, because love and hate are the same thing, only differing at degrees. I can say it because I know it to be true. Got you pegged. You love drama. Unskillful. You love it. Gossip ain't going nowhere. TMZ ain't going nowhere. The tabloids ain't going nowhere. Because the people who lack passion in life, who are not creative, their lives are boring, incomplete. They got all the time in the world to look for all of this drama. Because it's what it stimulates them. It gives them a temporary passion. Whoa. You know, Chris and Rihanna, they had a fight. He beat her. This dude cheated on this woman here. It stimulates people because they ain't got nothing going on in their life. People hit me up all the time. I'm like, what? What happened? What's going on? I didn't know about that. Why? Because I'm too busy doing me. See, when you're into yourself, you ain't got time for all this other stuff. You're not into other people's affairs. Not at all. You into you. So I don't know about a lot of the stuff going on, man. It don't affect me anyway. You don't vote, man? You don't know I don't vote. It don't matter who the president is for me or to me, because I'm still going to do my thing, whether the president is white or black, male or female. I'm still gonna do me. I don't care who the president is. The president has no bearing on the life of Djehuty Madra. It just doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not gonna affect me. But yes, it is. Obama came out with Obamacare. No, it's not gonna affect me. It's gonna affect you. I'm a thinking man. It's already solved in my book. It's already solved. Then I get the emails, well, Tootie, what you gonna do? What's the solution? Wait a minute, that's not fair. I spend some money and learn some stuff. You want me to just give it to you? Don't work like that. Not at all. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave. I just wanted to just give y'all a little something, to marinate on in response to my man Tommy, or the video I did on Tommy. And like I said, I got more videos coming out on my views of Polite, Lennon Honor, Dr. Umar Johnson, Phil Valentine, Jordan Maxwell, and Joseph Campbell, and just people. People want to hear my views, and so I give it to you. And sometimes they're controversial, but controversy comes from a term that means to see opposite or oppositely. Contro means against, and versi means to see. So, you see things opposite from how other people see things. And you know how people are. You're wrong. Something's wrong with you. You don't see it my way. You don't see what I see. You're retarded. You're a dummy. You're ignorant. You hate women. You don't see what I see. Or you don't see like how I see things. Something is wrong with you. I'm right, you're wrong. Little children, man. Little children can't disagree without name calling. Then some comment, the female was, I'm going to tell the authorities on Tommy, and I know where you're at, and I'm going to do this. I mean, boy, you females y'all known for that. I'm going to call the FDA. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. See, that's why it's all about knowledge, man. I'm a businessman, and that's why I tell other people, man, you make sure, man, you got your workers' compensation, your general liability. You have all of that stuff, man. Make sure all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed to shut these niggas up. And then flip the law and run the Title 18 and get that code there whereby individuals who make these claims against you have no proof and make the government exhaust money and then put suits, claims against their behind. That's in Title 18. I'll get you the code there. And what happens is, when you file this claim here, whoever makes the claim against you, the government has to reveal that so you get their name. And you use this claim on their monkey ass and you burn them to teach them a lesson. See, it's easy to, to do stuff. I'm hurt. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You got to flip the script. You got to learn about civil litigation. You got to learn how to punish people with the law, to teach people a lesson. They'll get it. They'll get it. When they get that judgment against their behind and got to go to court, can't afford attorneys, and got to miss work, they'll think, damn, why did I do that? I was emotional. God, I learned my lesson. Yeah, you learned your lesson the hard way because you don't use this. You emotional. Ain't trying to hear nothing. Just shut down. Well, this system ought to open your behind up. Yes, it does. And that's why you got some things to learn. So with that, I'm Djehuty Madra, here on behalf of thehealthstore.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.